It was a rainy afternoon in Sandringham that welcomed Waikato FC up State Highway 1 for round 10 of the ASB Premiership. All present paid their respects to former national coach Wally Hughes, who passed away during the week. When action got underway, Waikato keeper John Fletcher made his first save in what was set to be a busy afternoon for him. Adam Dickinson's red card against Waitakere last week allowed Luis Corrales to return to City's starting lineup, and the Costa Rican showed his single-minded attacking approach early on. The shots continued to rain in as youngster Andrew Milne let fly from 18 yards. City were creating space and chances with quick ball movement, but were unable early on to find the telling final pass. Their frustration soon lifted. All-white David Mulligan, captain for the day in the absence of the suspended Ivan Visilic, lashing in a trademark free kick from distance. City won up. Mulligan set his sights again soon after, but was unable to hit the target. City attacker Danko Koprovic was intent on continuing his man-of-the-match form from last week's victory and showed good awareness and quick feet to get this shot away. Waikato worked hard to up their effort around the park and soon generated a meaningful chance on goal through midfielder Jason McKeown. Waikato then felt they had a case from this free kick for another free kick. Perhaps ball to hand, perhaps advantage gained. Either way, it was waved play on. City sought to reply by extending their own lead, but this time the target David Mulligan hit was teammate Stu Kelly. And he troubled Fletcher again with the final effort of the half. 5 minutes into the second spell, the renewed pressure told as Koprovic combined with Corrales and Milne. Waikato were convinced there was a blatant offside during this attack, although the replay suggests that first Milne and then Koprovic were at least level. Either way, the goal stood and City doubled their lead. Double became triple barely 5 minutes later, as City pressure again had the Waikato defence at 6s and 7s. It was Koprovic on hand once more to turn home. That's now 4 goals in 3 games since the New Year break, and Danko's clearly a man enjoying his football. Waikato, to their credit, were keen to redress the balance, and striker Milos Nikolic took aim at a goal he knows well from his winter club season. But City's play was unrelenting, and they weren't prepared to take their foot off the pedal. Luis Corrales dinked a teasing ball into the Waikato box, and Stu Kelly took advantage. It was a cool finish under pressure from Fletcher, and City giving their fans plenty to sing about. Another slick passing movement released Milne. The junior international cut back onto his left, fired low and hard, but couldn't find a way past Fletcher. His keeping compatriot Jacob Spoonley was called into action soon after. And some fairly robust challenges around the box eventually saw Ian Hogg come off second best. No real grounds for complaint with the resulting yellow card. Despite City's overall dominance, a wayward pass in the middle of the park allowed the visitors to sneak in with a consolation sucker punch in the 83rd minute. Busy midfielder Jason Hicks with a neat finish past the on-rushing Spoonley, and City's defence far from impressed at spoiling their clean sheet. City substitute Ricky Van Steeden felt the need to remind fellow sub Joe Bresnahan that he was in the match. Far from the first and unlikely to be the last. But there was still time for City to ice the cake as Corrales broke forward and released Milne down the right. The former Glasgow Rangers trainee thought he'd back his left peg one last time. leaving Fletcher wishing that he hadn't. A touch fortuitous perhaps, but showing the benefit of a crisp effort on target. City's 5th win in a row moves them up to 2nd in the Premiership table, and a further boost to an increasingly confident side. At Kiwitea Street it finished Auckland City 5, Waikato FC 1.